Hello, 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 my beloved, lovely devotees. How are you? I've been sharing a lot today. This is my second um, podcast. Earlier this morning, I had a episode of Hot Mic with my beloved, the incomparable Billy Bunton, and it was so amazing and so fun. And I've had a really lovely evening and day since then. And here's day 6 of the daily devotionals of Sea Like Sheba. Welcome to my Chanel, and thank you so much for tuning in and, coming to see what the Queen's got to say, what the Queen has been seeing. Yeah, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, as I said, this is day 6, and I have really been enjoying this process, still loving it. And yeah, so I just got out of the bath, took a lovely bath again. Hi, BB. How do I sound? How do I look? I know, perfection, divine. So that's great. Yeah, took a bath. It was so lovely. And in it, I watched a video that, was talking about, how I've broken generational curses and like one, like I'm like the first free ancestor in my lineage. I'm the first free person in my lineage. Interesting when you think about what that really means. And another thing they said was, what did they say? They said, oh yeah, breaking this ancestral curse that was maybe in my female line of like having this not like being intolerant to knowledge, like not digesting the knowledge. Like we know so much. We're so smart. But I think a lot of women in my family kind of play dumb a little bit in certain things. They kind of keep themselves small and like, oh, there's nothing. I'm like, helpmate, wife. I'm, giving this caretaker, and they kind of don't want to know about like the larger world, the larger, their larger purpose, more than what they've been, told by the Matrix. So, I am the one who's been able to receive all of this knowledge and like digest it and integrate it and incorporate it and get the nutrients from it. And so I'm really proud of myself for that. Good job, Sheebs. That's really well done. Okay, so this episode is kind of a continuation, part 2 of the episode I did on Friday night. Is today Sunday? My goodness, all my days are just so amazing and like a holiday, so I forget. But yeah, so on Friday, I was talking about how, white people want us to have children. White people want us to be, want the value of our labor and the labor of our children. They want us trapped in this system where we exist kind of to serve them and to work for them and to uphold their systems. And so, and I was thinking about that, yeah, in terms of children. And I think with women, certainly Black women, but yeah, women in general, I think we're taught that like we can only receive from men, from the world, if we give of ourselves, if we are these constant givers, if we have no needs and we give and give, we produce children, we raise the children, we give our time, we fix, we try to, keep everything together in the hopes that that will give us, that we'll receive love, support, safety if we give first. So this song came up to me. Thank you. B says I sound and look great. Perfect. This song by Candy Staten, that came to me is this song called Young Hearts Run Free. You've probably heard it, maybe. Well, I don't know. But it's kind of from like the 70s, I think. But I'm going to sing it for you. And let's dissect some of these lyrics because I think this is a woman sharing her knowledge and wisdom to the younger generation. And it's smart to listen. And like I didn't think I was gonna sing like the whole thing, but like as I was looking at the lyrics, I was like, dang, this whole thing is so true. And so this episode is going to be about this. And yeah, okay. So young hearts run free. What's the sense in sharing this one and only life? Ending up just another lost and lonely wife. You'll count up the years and they will be filled with tears. How sad. Love only breaks up to start over again. You'll get the babies, but you won't have your man while he is busy loving every woman that he can. Say I'm gonna leave 100 times a day. It's easier said than done when you just can't break away. Just can't break away. Oh, young hearts, run free. Never be hung up like my man and me. Oof, my man and me. Ooh, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Okay, let's just go through that really quick. Okay, what's the sense in sharing this one and only life, ending up just another lost and lonely wife? And like women, Black women, like this is one of our mothers telling us, you don't want to just do what we're told. You don't want to just be a wife. That is not the end all be all. And that might trap you. And you're going to count up the years and they're going to be filled with tears. Oh, and that's so sad. And how many of our mothers, aunts, grandmothers have that story? You know it. You know, they put on a brave face and it's okay, but like, it's sad. You'll get the babies, but you won't have your man. Yeah, love only breaks up to start over again. You'll get the babies, but you won't have your man while he is busy loving every woman that he can. Yeah. And I think like men understand like, yeah, that's like kind of the women will care for the babies and the men get to go off and do their thing. And I think women have learned to kind of accept that's okay. Well, someone has to do it, so it will be us. And like, nah. Of course, it's difficult. Like I know we have like the examples of like, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna do it, I'm fed up, but it's easier said than done. Okay. Young hearts run free, never be hung up like my man and me. I assume her man and her did not. I assume she got trapped with a bunch of babies. But she's like attached to him. So, you know, she's like, don't do that. Go run free. Young hearts, to yourself be true. To yourself be true. Okay? Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. I think a lot of women were taught to like, you know, be like, oh, this man loves me. Let me now produce a child for him. Girl, no, that is not a fair trade. The love of a man for a child? No. Come on. We know this. But it bears repeating. Okay, and so this is the second verse. Listen up. It's high time now, just one crack at life. Who wants to live it in trouble and strife? My mind must be free to learn all I can about me. True. Um, I'm gonna love me for the rest of my days. Encourage the babies every time they say self-preservation is what's really going on today. Yeah, I get it. Us kids, we get that's the message a lot of us have gotten, that like you got to look out for yourself, and it's you just got to, I don't know. I definitely think the first part, absolutely, like we are guaranteed at least we're guaranteed this life. And so you got to live it. I think we were taught like, no, you just endure it dutifully, and then in heaven or in the next life, then you'll, and I'm like, no, babe, this is all you got. You better live this one. And that's what they're saying. Who wants to live it in trouble and strife? My mind must be free to learn all I can about me. And that is like resonates with me so much. My freedom is I think the thing I value the most, and like how I order my life is in the pursuit of freedom, not in the pursuit of money, in the pursuit of freedom. And I think when you pursue that, the money comes, the love comes. Yeah. Anyway, to yourself be true, babe. That's ain't that the truth, man? Okay, so I think we are taught, what did I say here? We're taught to accept the love that we think we deserve. Okay, that brings me to
there's
my
the saying
girl,
in romantic
on
love that says,
my girl, Ayanda Stood, who me and Billy have gotten creative activation sessions with, and she's like so delightful in like one-on-one. It's like, I mean, this is in part because of the creative activation sessions we've had. So let's do
there's the saying in romantic love that says you accept the love you think you deserve. So if you think you deserve a partner who's always deceiving you or neglecting you because of childhood conditioning and trauma, we will try to replicate the patterns that we are most familiar with. Okay? So
we replicate familiar patterns. So even if it's not healthy, even though something traumatized us, even if it just doesn't serve us anymore, we're taught to just cling to the familiar. And so, like a lot of, let me just let her keep going for a minute.
So if we are used to a parent who did not meet our emotional needs or who was unkind to us, we will seek to subconsciously recreate that dynamic because it feels familiar and safe. Now, what I also want to say is this happens at an energetic level as well. If you are used to feeling tension, you will seek out the places that allow you to re-find that familiar energy of tension. And so what I think is really fascinating is that if we've become so energetically partnered with a certain frequency, then we're so familiar with it that we don't even see the other possibilities, the other energies that are actually inviting us to partner with them. There's the saying in romantic love.
Yeah. I love that. I love
that says
so
you accept
true.
the love you think you deserve. So if you think you
if we
deserve a partner who's always deceiving you or neglecting you because of childhood conditioning and trauma, we will try to replicate the patterns that we are most familiar with. Okay? So if we are used to a parent who did not meet our emotional needs or who was unkind to us, we will seek to
So if we're used to a parent who didn't meet our emotional needs, who was unkind to us, who was gruff with us, who made us feel like we had to earn love, or we had to be obedient or perfect or high achieving, we had to be quiet, then we might seek that out in our adult relationships. I'm going to say like we will seek that out in our adult relationships. And we're going to maybe, we like maybe facially, like, or whatever, like on the outside, the person we choose might not look anything like our parent, but it's an energetic thing. And I think a lot of, let me go back to full screen. Ayanda's so beautiful. I'm pausing when like I do the screen shift because I think it like makes a sound and you can't hear me as much, and that just won't do. So, um, yeah, we're definitely taught to accept the love and the relationships that we think we deserve. And so that's been a really interesting thing with me and my family recently in this past year. You know, I was really taught that like the man in my life is going to be his way or the highway. Like as long as I, don't run afoul of him, as long as I, stay on his good side, it's cool. And like, but I also know like I can't say certain things, like I can't be too free, like because who knows what's going to set him off, like, um, and like that, like yeah, if I am not obedient, if I am not always doing what everyone wants me to do, if I'm not always giving of myself, then I won't receive love. Then I won't be safe. That I can't receive unless I've first earned it somehow. And yeah, I think a lot of us are taught this conditional kind of love. Yeah, so if we're modeled a hard, coercive, man-centered love where you have to suffer first in order to receive, then we might choose relationships that model that back to us. Very true. Very true. And I have had my share of friendships and familial and romantic relationships that felt energetically familiar. I'm used to feeling like annoying. Like I'm annoying the person I'm with. Like the things that I like are like frivolous or not as, I don't know, interesting or noteworthy. I don't know why I said it like that. Um, but I think also, I think women are taught that we will not receive love or safety or security, the stability of a marriage, of a husband that is going to provide us that stability, that emotional or and or financial stability, unless we give him a child. Um, like that phrase always reminds me of Billy's mom, who will, sometimes say like, when you marry a man, you have to give him a child. She was talking about herself, not about me, obviously. I was like, girl, no, you don't. But I think a lot of women of the older generations, but like, we were taught by those generations. So us, we've received this message that like, when you have a man, like a good man, you're supposed to create then this good family by creating a child. And like that child is supposed to kind of keep the family together and anchor you to someone who might not actually love you. And so, yeah, as Candy Staten says, you'll get the babies, but you won't have your man. And yeah, I think we're taught, like, if we grew up seeing our mothers being given the babies and like our fathers or the men in our lives being able to do whatever they want, and the woman is like keeping it together at home regardless, she's always open for whatever the man wants, like she is eternally forgiving, eternally like okay, and she does not get that in return. It's like it has to be, she can't take time for herself, she can't rest, she can't disappear, she can't choose her career or herself over her family. And yeah, babes, I think that is not what we should be doing anymore. It's absolutely not. It's not what I'm going to be doing. And I think because I haven't done that, that's why I have everything I think that men and women dream of. I own a home. I'm beautiful. I get to wake up to a beautiful, sexy woman every day. I get to spend time with like an amazing, brilliant, strong, kind man. And we get to like make beautiful art and, have, you know, innovative conversations, creative, paradigm shifting conversations together. That's so amazing. It's literally living the dream. And I'm doing it in this like beautiful home where I get to just like take baths and care for myself and just regulate my nervous system. And I just feel so safe. So beautiful. It's so powerful, and I'm so grateful. But yeah, it does take choosing myself, being true to my own self, before anything else. That's the thing. Um, so yeah, women do not have to have children or be willing to have children to be poured into by a man who loves them, who loves him, who loves them. Let me say that again. Women do not have to have children or be willing to have children in order to receive a man who loves them. We don't have to do it, babe. And I know it's like scary to operate that way because, like, we're told in all these different ways, like, no, you gotta have children. What about, who's gonna take care of you when you're older? What if he wants children and, he needs a legacy and all these like things, like all of these scarcity mindset things that are showing if you don't give this thing, if you don't do this thing you don't want to do, you cannot receive. You're not deserving. And babe, that's just not me. And so, yeah, I've been thinking of, Sheba's hesitation, that Rumi poem, and the story of the Queen of Sheba, and how, yeah, like, I think it's like a tragic kind of cautionary tale, the way the story, the original story of the Queen of Sheba went. Like, she's this wealthy queen and had an identity crisis, forgot that she was the queen, forgot that like she was the source of the wealth, and instead went outside of herself, seeking a man to give her the wisdom, the knowledge that she actually already had. She could have saved herself a trip. She went in search of knowledge, came back a pregnant single mother. Now, that is a cautionary tale. That is so sad. I feel so sad. And I wonder if on some level that's not like the curse that's been in like my line, maybe. From the Queen of Sheba, like, her getting out of her feminine power. Like, I don't know, maybe I think that man cursed her. I think that man attached an entity to her that siphoned off her power and siphoned it into this male monarchy kind of hierarchy way of doing things. Saying that her power is in her ability to be attached to a man or to create, a man. When no, she's the source. She's the reality. So yeah, I like women don't have to have children or be willing to have children to receive the kingdom. Mm, mm, whatever that looks like for you. Black women do not exist to serve other people. We do not exist to create legacies for men, to create laborers or presidents or doctors, or we do not exist to create these, like, serve other people. We're the queens. People are here to serve us. I think that's why it's all out of whack. They've got the queens acting as servants, acting as mules. We've taught these queens that they deserve whatever crumbs the world wants to give them, and they should be happy and grateful that like they get that. And those little crumbs should buy our silence, should buy our keeping ourselves small and useful tools to men and the empire. Babe. Our value is not in our ability to create more laborers. Our value is not in our ability to be a laborer or to produce more laborers. So we have this myth of, we have to struggle before receiving. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like, Black love and how it's been like really, it's this struggle love, and that like Black women have to just accept these men who cheat on her, who say how much they hate her, who are all of these unhealed things, all their anger at their own mothers, they take out on this woman, and this woman, her goodness, her value, like externally measured, is in her ability to endure, to dutifully, forgive, and it's okay. The important thing is that we're all together. You don't have to like me. I will still be here. Girl, a man who doesn't like me, a man who isn't soft with me, does not get to be in my life. That's just self-preservation, babe. That's um I'm a powerful light. And so I can't risk being snuffed out by some unhealed dude, lumbering around with his unhealed self, expecting me, a Black woman, to accept it, to receive it. Nah, babe. I receive only wealth and abundance and love. That's it. That's it. Only grace, only softness. And as you can see with Billy, the results of that are an amazing dream fairy tale life. The results of that are you become a king. The result of that is peace comes to the land and it thrives again. So we have this myth of struggle before receiving. We have to do something proactive to earn rest, to earn money, to earn support, to earn respect, to earn love. Certainly Black women, like we have with that statue, it's like, like a lot of people were saying, like, kind of like if we've been like misrepresented because we misrepresent ourselves, we haven't performed well enough to receive the positive attention. We haven't performed well enough to earn the respect, to earn the love and adoration. And I'm like, babes, yeah, we have. And consider white people want us to think we are never doing enough, that we still have to earn stuff, that we still have to prove ourselves. Babe, no. Women are taught that motherhood and children will give them the love and influence they desire. I think a lot of women are taught that, like, we're not going to find an adult man who loves us. They might want to, have sex with us, but the best we can expect is that we can maybe create a child that maybe that man will love, and that child will love us. And so that's good enough. And bro, it's just really not. And like, I was thinking about how, my mother would say, like, says sometimes, like, sometimes she would get sad that she hadn't like done anything, big and grand with her life. But then, she would tell herself that, like, no, she created the children who are doing, big and grand and important things. And so that's enough for her. Girl, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard. No, you are not supposed to just resign yourself to like creating the people who will do important things. You are the important thing. Your mother already created the important, valuable person. Yeah. Yeah. And I think we maybe, as a society, we tell ourselves, certainly with women, if we're not like a mother, we kind of tell, like, we're like, you're like a maiden, you don't have the authority. You're still a child. And like, no, I don't know. Like, no, this is not it. And it's a trap, Yeah, so we're afraid that we won't be loved or respected by adult men. So the best we can do is create someone who will love us. And that is a trap. That's not true. You are perfect and you are the wealth. You are the value. And if you sit in your feminine power, in your feminine knowing that you are enough, more than enough, you are the source, you are the wealth, you are the thing that is magnetizing all the good things to you, you are going to magnetize your wise man to you. You'll save yourself a trip. magnetize that wise man to you. You know, my amazing husband Billy right now is preparing us dinner that I'm so excited to eat. I'm so lucky. And I'm just like, wow, thank you. Thank you. How amazing. How amazing that I'm the ancestor that gets to receive the true ancestral inheritance. The other women in my family throughout my lineage, you know, they sacrificed being themselves, being loved, being free, so that I could reap all of the benefits of that sacrifice. And I'm so appreciative. And yeah, I'm not going to squander it. I'm not going to squander it by getting out of my power and forgetting who the queen is. Yeah, my mind is free. I am free. And I'm just like, I'm so grateful. So I think that's all I've got to say, my darlings. Did you like it? I know you did. I appreciate you guys listening. And we're going to talk about this more because it's just so important. And I know you love it. And I know it's helpful. So, yeah. Have a great rest of the day, rest of the evening. And okay, so bring your forehead up against your screen. Love you. This is all made up, all right? And so know yourself. To your own self be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Yeah, but we wouldn't know about that over here. It's only love over here. Only love, only freedom, only truth, only beauty. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, Liam Cunningham was the Irish actor who is on the Freedom Flotilla, which is just about to dock, and I love it. I'm so happy. Everything is turning around. Everything is happening for us. Everything is gonna turn out better than we think. I can't wait. I can't wait to see. Like Sheba. All right. I'll see you guys later. Where's the thing? Okay. Love you. Bye.